From 1881 to 1947, Romania was ruled by four kings: Carol, Ferdinand, Carol II, and Michael. The first king, Carol, was born in Sigmaringen Castle, the ancestral seat of his branch of the Hohenzollern dynasty. In 1881, he was crowned in the steel crown at the Patriarchal Cathedral in Bucharest. His queen, Elizabeth of Wied, produced numerous poems and fairy tales under the pen name Carmen Sylvia. In 1893, he began construction of the Sotrasini Palace on the site of a former monastery in Bucharest. Today, it's headquarters of the Romanian presidency, and the old wing houses the National Museum. Carol began construction of Peles Castle in 1873 and hosted Emperor Franz Joseph I of Austria here in 1896. Carol I died at Peles Castle in 1914. His 48-year reign was longer than any of his successors. In 1893, his nephew and heir Ferdinand married Marie of Edinburgh, a granddaughter of Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom. During World War I, Marie convinced her husband to join the side of her birthplace Britain and the Entente powers against the side of his birthplace Germany and the Axis powers. By the 1919 Treaty of Versailles, Romania gained Transylvania from Austria-Hungary on December 1st, a day still celebrated in the country today. In 1922, King Ferdinand and Queen Marie were crowned at the Alba Giulia Cathedral. Ferdinand and Marie had 5 children: King Carol II of Romania, Queen Elizabeth of Greece, Queen Marie of Serbia, Prince Nicholas, and Archduchess Elena of Austria. In 1918, the eldest son, Crown Prince Carol, renounced his throne and deserted his regiment to marry Zizi Lambrino in neighboring Odessa. His parents convinced him to annul the marriage, and their son Mercia was not recognized by the royal family. Instead, Carol was married to Princess Helen of Greece in 1921. The same year, his sister Elizabeth married her brother, the future King George of Greece. These marriages were meant to reinforce the country's alliances during the Balkan and First World Wars, but both ended in divorce in 1928 and 1935, respectively. After her divorce, Elizabeth returned to Romania and built a palace named after herself, where the royal family lives today. Meanwhile, Carol once again renounced his succession for a woman, this time Elena Lupescu in 1925. So when King Ferdinand died in 1927, he was succeeded by his 6-year-old grandson Michael under a regency headed by the boy's uncle Prince Nicholas. But after just 3 years, Carol II returned and overthrew his 9-year-old son to become king. During his reign, he built the Royal Palace, which is today the National Museum of Art. The Iron Guard, a right-wing party financed by the Nazis, eventually came to power, and the Prime Minister forced Carol to abdicate in 1940. Michael once again became king, this time as a Nazi puppet state, allied against his cousin Peter II of Yugoslavia and his uncle George II of Greece. In 1944, Michael had Prime Minister Antonescu arrested for war crimes at the Royal Palace, and Romania switched sides to join the Allies during World War II. Despite his popularity, Michael was forced to abdicate by communists in 1947, ending the Kingdom of Romania. The following year, he married Princess Anne of Bourbon-Parma at the Prince's Palace in Athens, Greece. They lived in Switzerland, but were finally allowed to return to Romania in 1992 at the end of the Cold War. They have 5 daughters, and the eldest, Margareta, is custodian of the Romanian crown. So to summarize the royal marriages, the queens came from Germany, the United Kingdom, Greece, and Italy, while the daughters of King Ferdinand I married princes of Greece, Serbia, and Austria. The 4 kings of Romania saw the independence and expansion of their country from their palaces, including Peles Castle, which is today a museum. They were all buried at the Suerta de Argis Cathedral along with their queens.